Selling products. Right. Now, on the Ollie Bob's website, there are loads of things which my wife likes selling, like jewelry, mugs, autumn stuff, Christmas stuff. But what she doesn't know is I've kind of sneakily put on this OG Gamers thing. It's like a little side hustle thing I've got going on where I'm selling t-shirts with old games on them. So, like to show kids how hard these games are. Now, I want to add more products onto this because I've only got seven at this point in time. And the way to do that and I am talking quietly because my wife's listening to me as I'm recording. I hope she doesn't because otherwise I'll get into trouble. Anyway, back to the point. On the dashboard, where I've got catalog, you've got store products, you've got all these bits and pieces here. I'm actually going to click on store products because I think it more or less takes me to the same thing anyway. And you can see these are all the things which are listed down on here. Now, these are the things we're selling. We're basically saying that they are physical things, how much they cost, how much we've got in stock, and so on. And you'll notice some of those things have actually sold out. And down here as well, these things are in stock because I basically print these if I get an order. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to click on new product and I'm going to add a new product. So print on demand, maybe that's the best one I should use for this. But then there is a physical product like a t-shirt. So let's click on that and it's going to give me a load of like things to say, well, what is it you want to sell? So I got to give a name for it. So it's going to be OG Gamers. I've got a Bubble Bobble t-shirt, like so. It's a new arrival. Yeah, let's give it a new arrival. So basically, that means that will appear high up on my website. You know, like on my front page, it does all that stuff for me, and then I get to actually choose what category it's going to fall into. So it's going to go into my OG gamer. So I've got all these set up. If you don't have any of these at this stage, just click on create category here. And what's really nice is I'm really bad at descriptions. So if I go to generate AI text, and let's see what it's going to do. What would you like a customer to know? So it's not 100%, it's 100% cotton. Um, do you know what? I'm actually going to go pinch the descriptions what I've got on here. Because all these, I am sure I got a description here, t-shirt with Qbert gameplay. You know what? I'm just going to take that. That's nice and easy. I don't need to do anything more about that. Like so, but it's not going to be Qbert this time. It's going to be Bubble Bobble. And in fact, you know what? If I take that and generate AI text, I wonder if it can actually do it a bit nicer for me. That'd be interesting to see what it comes up with. Celebrate timeless gaming. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good, isn't it? So I'm actually going to nick that. I'll have a read through it after, but that's a lot better than I can actually kind of write stuff out. I'm terrible at that type of stuff. But anyway, let's go down a little bit further. Add an info section. The price is going to be 19.99. It's not on sale. It is on sale, but it's not reduced, if you know what I mean. Show price per unit, cost of good. I'm not going to need to do any of that stuff as well. Well, actually, tell a lie. I'm not going to tell you how much I've paid for it and how much money I make, but we'll leave it as it is. Product options, track inventory, right? So, um, if I know I've run out of something, I can press out of stock. I know it's in stock. I haven't got a SKU code. This is something you guys will probably know a little bit more about if you are selling things. But product options, let's see what it says on there. Field type, color, size or weight, type in shoes options, learn more about options. And I know there are things on here where I can put in sizes as well. Ah, there we go, look. So it's actually showing me what it look like there, color type. So the idea would be to actually start going and look at these things and maybe put things in which are suited to. But for the time being, I'm going to press save and product insights. Let's see what it does. So now that's been added. I could do an ad campaign for it, but one email campaign if I've got anyone kind of connected up to me. So that's quite nice. I can do this type of stuff. But it's now been added to my list of things. Oh my God, I didn't add a picture in, did I? No one's going to want to buy a t-shirt without a picture on it or a picture of it. So add images. I could do a video as well. So add images. I've got images set up, which I can bring into here. I can upload the media from my computer. Now I've got to find it without embarrassing myself. So Bubble Bobble. Where's it gone? Right, so I've got that picture, I've got that picture, I've got that picture. Let's open those. So I think they will automatically now get added to it. If not, I'll just select on them once they've decided to appear here. Right, so it's one, two, three. So I'm holding on control to select those. And a bit further down, I'm hoping I'll be able to find. Just close that a second. My OG Gamers front. Is it too? There's got to be. Ah, there it is. Right there. I'm going to add that to the page. And then I can choose which one I want to be my priority then. So let's save that. And let's go back and it is there. Now I am at some point going to come and have a look at the settings I've got for this because I've got variants on it, look. So I'm wondering how I did that because I want to tell people that they come in 7 different sizes. So let's have a look. How do I do it? How do I do it? Product information. There we go. So it's the product options. So within that product options bit, there is a size bit that I can tell people how many sizes I've got and whether or not the prices change for those as well. So that's something I'll have to come back onto. But the idea is now, when I go on to here and I press refresh, and in fact, if I go to Ollie and I head back to OG Gamers, I now have my Bubble Bobble t-shirt. Okay, and I can mess around with the settings, and that's quite nice, but it's got a new arrival on there. I'm going to click on Quick View. Like I said, I got to fix it because I need to be able to change if people can choose medium, small, large, whatever it is. But it kind of looks a bit professional without me being very professional in the way I've done it.